This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. In a statement today to mark the one-year anniversary of Azerbaijan's forcible takeover of Nagorno-Karabakh, Armenia's foreign ministry decried what it termed Azerbaijan's ethnic cleansing of the region's Armenians and reiterated its readiness to sign a normalization deal. A year ago, the entire indigenous population of Nagorno-Karabakh had to leave their homes within a few days. This displacement was the last stage of the ethnic cleansing policy, the ministry said. It continued. During the past year, the Armenian government took necessary steps, including with the help of international partners, to address the primary and medium-term needs of displaced Armenians of Nagorno-Karabakh, as well as to develop necessary programs in the long term. In addition, the ministry stressed the need for the immediate establishment of peace and relations based on respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, and reiterated Armenia's readiness to sign a normalization deal with Azerbaijan to that effect. Notably, the ministry statement made no mention of Armenians' right to return to Nagorno-Karabakh. The spokesperson for Azerbaijan's foreign ministry was quick to respond, calling the press release from Armenia's foreign ministry unacceptable, disrespectful, and hypocritical. Azerbaijan's restoration of sovereignty over its lands, in addition to constituting one of the most glorious pages of our history, is a triumph of international law and justice, Ayhan Hajizada asserted. Still, Hajizada said Azerbaijan remains willing to sign a final peace agreement as long as Armenia agrees to remove indirect references to Nagorno-Karabakh from its constitution. During a one-day offensive last September that killed more than 200 Armenians and violated the ceasefire that ended the 2020 war, Azerbaijan secured full control over all of Nagorno-Karabakh, forcing nearly all of the region's people to leave their homes and seek refuge in Armenia. Russian peacekeepers stationed in the region to deter hostilities did not intervene. Lawyers representing two officials who held senior human rights-related positions in Nagorno-Karabakh's government formally asked the International Criminal Court today to investigate Azerbaijan's leaders for crimes against humanity. The petition, known as a communication, contends that Azerbaijan's forcible displacement of nearly all of Nagorno-Karabakh's Armenians last year falls within the definition of deportation, which can be considered a crime against humanity under international law. It marks the second such submission to the Hague-based tribunal since Armenia joined earlier this year, as well as the first time that a petition concerning Nagorno-Karabakh has been filed, and the first time that a communication has been made directly on behalf of victims. The French law group Zimmeray and Finel filed the communication in association with the US-based Tufenkian Foundation nonprofit on behalf of Artak Beglaryan and Geram Stepanyan, who each previously served as Nagorno-Karabakh's human rights ombudsperson. This comes just months after the Center for Truth and Justice, a US nonprofit, filed its own communication holding that Azerbaijan's military incursions into Armenia and ongoing occupation of a number of border areas since the 2020 war constitute an act of genocide. For more information, you can find our full write-up on the latest ICC communication up now on our website at civilnet.am or through the link in the video description below. You can also watch this week's special edition of CivilNet's Weekly Insights series. This week, host Eric Hakopian reviews how last year's ethnic cleansing of Nagorno-Karabakh unfolded, reviews the legal and political arguments around ensuring Armenians' right to return to the region, and breaks down what should happen next. You can find the full broadcast up now on our website at civilnet.am or through the link in the video description below. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 115,358. That's the total number of Armenians who were forcibly displaced from Nagorno-Karabakh to Armenia last year, according to government registration data. 11,351, or just under 10%, have since left Armenia, mainly for Russia, and not returned. The vast majority who stayed in Armenia have resettled in Yerevan or other nearby towns or villages. As of this month, only 2,846, or just under 2.5%, have applied for and received Armenian citizenship. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.